Right. Today I'll be talking about the Australian healthcare system. Here's a brief introduction about myself. My name is Mohammed. I'm currently studying the Diploma of Health Science, and the unit I'm conducting a assignment on is healthcare environments. I'll be discussing the type of healthcare system that Australia has adopted, whether it had been a commodities-based or human rights-based approach. I'll be showing examples to prove whether it is a human rights based or commodities based. With the beliefs on each side of the healthcare system and what they aim to imply, and a final discussion on whether it is a commodities based or human rights based, and my opinion on anything that could change or if it's fair or not. In my opinion, I think Australia has more of a human rights based healthcare system, and it's shown to be where examples, every Australian citizen has access to the basic level of healthcare. That'll be doctor checkups and things like that. But yeah, slowly by time, I do see Australia becoming a commodities based healthcare system. Here we've got an example going to the doctors for a checkup and are not being able to afford to pay for the treatment. In this case, yeah, it is based on human rights. But another one is if they are sick, in the case of human rights based healthcare system, someone going to the doctor and then for them being sick and then forcing the doctor to take care of them because it's their right. And in a way, this is kind of right. You do have the right to be cared for if you are sick, but the commodity for that is you having to pay for it. So some people, go against it. Really, they don't not really agree with it. And the two examples just given, you could see why conflict may arise between individuals and government parties. The beliefs of the healthcare systems come from the individuals and government. So the government might put an idea out there and the individuals have the right to vote for which party can go through. Some of the things about the human rights-based approach is that the healthcare is free for all citizens, like just mentioned before. It is mostly affordable for everyone and accessible to everyone, and it does have public health initiatives as well. That's in general with the whole Australian healthcare system. It's implied that each individual has access to the highest level of healthcare system, sanitation, food and housing. This could be a problem because funding from the government might be too much, and ways like this, you could allowing for people to pay for certain healthcare services will allow for the government's funding to be placed in other places, to make a more smarter placement to allow for better healthcare system. Maybe they can fund something else. Just here we've got it. A commodities-based approach focuses on making individuals pay for certain treatments. I believe this is correct to a certain extent as well. Maybe subsidized as well to allow for it to be affordable for some people. And yeah, like I just mentioned, that the government's funding could be placed somewhere else, allowing for a stronger healthcare system somewhere else. I believe that healthcare should be both a human right and a commodity to, in certain ways, where healthcare is free for all Australian citizens, but only to the basic level. So in cases where people might want to go see a physio or a chiro or, one of the specialists, they do have to pay. And I believe this is right. And if any further changes must be made in the healthcare system, the community should have a say whether or not they agree. And this is true, and this happens in the voting systems. So the way the healthcare system is now could be improved in some ways, that I've just mentioned, and in the future we'll see what happens. So thank you for listening, and I'll catch you soon. Thank you.